disfigured for life.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the
make sure I'm broadcasting.
Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beastman's problem.
Alright, here we go.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down
back.
yourself.
I wish for you to try and screech, woman. The beast
Okay.
speaks.
Alright, now, I got a lot going on here. Alright. Who do we got here? We've got... You are... Arius is the guy I need to talk to, yeah? Okay, you know what? Let's go with the more noble of us.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Scythial, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear?
Let's discuss Jake's murder.
Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. But he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town. Not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my to enter. Now off with you!
In regards to Jake's wife, Esmeralda?
Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Scythial. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into driveling hordes of their own misshapen number.
Okay, I'd like to ask some additional questions.
If you must.
Okay. Okay. How are you? Let me tell what, in your opinion, are the orcs doing on the beach?
I'd say they are looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion.
Okay. Ahu tells me he suspects a sect might be at work around Scythial.
Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sects, sorcerers. He'll be seeing flying carpets next.
So your main problem is the undead?
Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all.
And how are you enjoying Scythial?
How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Scythial stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day the wind disperses the stench of decomposing corpses. I can't remember the last time I had a proper piece of steak, and by now I retch at the mere sight of sardines. So in conclusion, I am not enjoying Sicil.
Tell me about the Legion.
We are the pride of Rivalon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark and lurk in corners like some I could mention. No, we protect the civilized from the barbaric, and we do so impeccably.
I shall take my leave. Alright, so we can now talk to the, ooh, look at that. Lots of things. Alright, but what about upstairs? Is there anything upstairs? Okay, no. This is stealing. Who that is? You. Arhu? Okay, no, I don't need to talk to Arhu yet. Do I need to talk to Arhu? I don't think. I'll talk to Arhu after I know a little more. Nah, I'll talk to Arhu now. He did say come see him, so I'll talk to him now, but I'll talk to him as Jim.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Okay. Let's talk about this source hunter business.
By all means.
Let's discuss Jake's murder. Is there more you can tell me about the strangers that seem to be in league with the orcs?
I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry.
Okay, let's discuss Jake's murder.
Of course. I hope your investigation fares well.
What happened the night of the murder?
I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing meal, I'm afraid. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt.
Who, in your opinion, are the suspects?
I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife, Esmeralda.
Okay.
Now, it may well be established that she is, in fact, the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters.
Okay, how about you telling me a little bit more about yourself?
But certainly. What would you like to know?
Who, or rather, what are you?
Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast, and indeed I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to temporal decay. But my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead. Hence my involvement in Sicil. You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks around her and purrs with calm contentment, for she knows that her chicks or children, her cubs or calves, will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet.
Do tell me a bit more about this cat trick of yours.
Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guide? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To try to be out, but of course it's handy to speak in more than
polymorph like you do? What if you get stuck in another form?
And, oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my cat guise, but I'll just have to be careful around witches, won't I? I'm my own wizard, you know, and I don't intend to become anyone's familiar.
Okay, I have a few questions about Cyciel.
And what might those be?
What can we do about the undead that threaten Cyciel?
Those who are raising the dead dwell among us. They simply must be. But even though I've spent many a night leaping from tree to rooftop, watching on as citizens stagger home from the inn or simply burn the midnight oil, I haven't spied a single soul worthy of true suspicion.
Okay.
The enemy is wily. They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways to avoid both detection and distrust. Yet I am somehow convinced that you may succeed where the Legion and I have failed. Call it instinct.
You seem to have a bit of an orc problem, do you not?
You have a flair for understatements, Hunter. I'm sure they are but a minor nuisance in the eyes of a born warrior. But to the Legion, they are green-skinned death incarnate. Until they conclude what mischief they intend to see through, or, less likely, they are conclusively defeated, we can but bar the gates and hole up like mice while the cats are on the prowl.
How did you design those magical ballista of yours?
Oh, a mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human. You basically construct a classic ballista, add a 100% legally obtained self-regenerating source of destructive magic to it, and Bobcat's your uncle.
I'll take my leave on that note. Alright, now. Where am I going next? Let's just look at our quest log. And... okay, fire. We couldn't put out the fire so the ship sank. Alright, cool. Okay. Into the dark, the fish thief. Okay, failed to complete it, yes. Mysterious murder. Okay, so... here's what we're gonna do. Cyciel map. Okay, that doesn't work. We need to get back out. Alright, and... we're going to go... well, before we do that, I want to do... well, we're going to pass... this is the crime scene. Alright, I want to investigate the crime scene first. So we've tracked that marker. Alright, let's do that.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone
Okay.
knows the ugly soldiers are the...
The ugly soldiers are the most ferocious? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's hit Brother John. And Brother John is going to... heal himself. And I'm gonna go... back to Quick Gym.
I needed that.
Alright, Brother John's back to full. Now we're gonna do this crime scene first, and then we're gonna look at the widow.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Cyciel is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
And you are?
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I save lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
And about this opportunity?
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
So let me just make this point. The characters in this game are unnecessarily verbose. Everyone says 10 words to say one. That should be changed. I'm here on my duty, which is hardly the same as adventuring.
You may tell yourself you dislike adventure, but the mud on your boots and the blood on your blades say otherwise. One wouldn't become a source hunter if one didn't relish the exhilaration of battle, the lust for hidden knowledge and secrets.
Okay.
Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Okay.
Not in the mood for cheese.
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous five, gold flows as freely as water does to the sea. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
There's no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
Come now. I refuse to believe such a uniquely skilled individual would settle for a puppet's role.
Totally not what I
Life's
said.
too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. Enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab. So that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
Tell me more about the Fabulous Five.
Oh, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
So, what is it that the members of the Fabulous Five actually do?
What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you.
That didn't answer a question at all.
Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful?
So a pyramid scheme.
By now, the genial glow of the Fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say Fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat. Work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Rivellon. You will make the stars shine all the brighter. And you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like?
Let's change the subject. I'll take my leave. Yeah, this dude he's trying to get us into a pyramid scheme. I'm not interested in a pyramid scheme. Okay, now can I get in here, or do I have to go in at the lower level? I can reach the... is this stealing? Wooden crate? Oh, I'll take all of this. Okay. Now, okay, I'm controlling Quick Gym. That's fine. Alright, and... no, we get in the other way. Let's do this though. Let's look at these. Wooden crate, empty, empty, still empty, same one. Empty, and... ooh. Alright, we'll keep going. Now, we're going around. And I guess the entrance is down here. And can we get in this way? Can we even go in here? Okay, this is odd. Because I didn't see an entrance.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Okay, is it this way? Yeah, it's over here. Oh, he's here. Is this the same guy that I was just talking to? Yes, it is. He was blocking the door. Okay, that's why. King Crab Inn. Okay.
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your
Please
pockets.
do keep shouting in my ear.
Right, this is the crime scene. Or is the crime... no, the crime scene is... I thought the crime scene was... yeah, the crime scene is in here, is it not? What in the F is he doing? Francis.
Greetings, traveller. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation?
What revelation do you mean, exactly?
You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift. And the gift is thus: by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye.
Okay, I'll take my leave. I don't give
Go
a
on
crap
the
about
path
that.
to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
I give not a crap. Alright. Now I was told, now I'm starting to suspect that I was told that it was in the dialogue they said that the murder was committed on the first floor, but I strongly suspect it was not. Alright, Legionnaire. Alright, let's go. Alright. I'm gonna go... is it locked? Okay. And you are... Sheriff's bodyguard, and you are Sheriff? Alright, I'll talk to Sheriff.
Greetings, greetings.
Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I do so abhor the hustle and bustle of the marketplace.
Okay. Take it you're a traveling merchant?
That I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside great caravans than I have in any given place in Rivellon. All of this earth is my home, for a few days or even but a few hours at a time, that is. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh yes, a city besieged by the dead isn't even remotely special to me. All the better that it isn't. For you and for me. Because outlandish events lead to outlandish wares.
Let's discuss your wares.
Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
Okay, well, let's look at what she has. She's got some stuff. Doesn't look like I really need any of this stuff, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell her some things that I clearly don't need. Like I'll sell her a barrel. I'll sell her a crate. I'll sell her a tomato. I don't know that I'm going to sell her a mug of wine. I'll sell her the apple juice. I don't know that I need any of this stuff. I don't know that I need it. I don't know that I don't. I'm going to sell her a bunch of hammers. Sell her the Source Hunter's mace. I'm not using that anymore. Wooden fire staff. Okay, I don't know. I don't need the bow and I don't need the crossbow. So I'm going to sell that and that. Fighting knife. I can sell those. Alright, aged robe, I don't think I need those. Old cloth bracers, I don't think I need those. I'll find out in a minute. Orders, old parchment, okay. I'm gonna sell her the logs. Alright, leather straps, I'm gonna hold on to that stuff. I don't need 2 cooking pots, I'll sell 1. Alright, arrow shaft. Alright, and Brother John, what do you got? You have much less. Okay. And I'll close. End. Okay. And that is going to be the end of this episode. I'll thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.